Good afternoon, y'all. In this high-speed world of gear and guns, there's a lot of loud voices in the echo chamber. A lot of flashy imagery, and not as much honest thought. And if you're sitting here watching this video, there's a really good chance that you're either considering or you're already in the process of building a battle belt and you've been absolutely overwhelmed by all the information that's out there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna slow it down a little bit. My name's Chris Turner. I'm not a tier 1 operator. I'm just a normal everyday guy who feels the need to be a little bit prepared, probably just like you do. Welcome to Snobs Anonymous. So thank you for joining us. Now let's break this thing down and show it to you piece by piece. When it comes to a battle belt, it's all about the core of what you're wearing, if you will. And no pun intended, but 100% intended. My preferred battle belt is actually a Core Essentials battle belt. As you can see, the core belt is on the inside. Normally, most battle belts nowadays come in 2-piece structures. This is the inner belt. As you can see, I'm gonna pull it all the way off. This inner belt is what actually loops through your belt loops on your pants. When these two connect, it creates a rigid, load-bearing system, and when it comes to core, in my honest opinion, there is not a belt that has as more load-bearing qualities or is nowhere near as comfortable. One of the things I love about Core is they have an adaptable retention system for your actual belt itself. The buckle itself, you can unlock it and ratchet it down, unratchet it. If you've been eating a bunch of snacks out on the trail, you've been drinking a bunch of water, or your belt has shifted, because in all reality, that's what happens when you move a lot. But past the actual belt itself is going to be the holster that you choose to run with your belt. It's important to make sure that you have a well-functioning holster. I prefer close quarters carry and they're thick boys, but Safariland makes great holsters. Yes, T-Rex makes great holsters. There's a lot of reputable companies that are out there. Find the one that works best for you. You can take things up another level. I do not myself prefer the QLS system. There's a lot of guys out there that do. I've seen them fail in a lot of different ways. I actually love the Blade Tech Tekmount. It allows you to cant your holster so that it's ergonomically correct, I guess is the word we're looking for your draw. Besides placing your actual holster on a hanger where you need it. I also have a Black Box Customs ham mount attached, and on the front of that I've got a Dark Angel Medical's TQ pouch holder. What I have it mounted on is a Guardian Warrior Solutions wheel hanger. It's specifically made for the Blade Tech Tekmount. And then attached to that, I've modified the wheel hanger just a little bit to make it to where I could attach my Wilder Tactical Stabber Dagger. I believe in having at least some sort of pokey. It's great for opening snacks, 100%, more than anything else. But you might find other reasons that you need to use it, and I absolutely love push daggers. I've got a blue Alpha Gear TQ holder. It's also got a spot for a Sharpie so that you can mark the TQ with the time and date of when everything happened and it all transpired. And then the next big option is going to be my Coyote Tactical Stomp. In my opinion, y'all, and in a lot of other people's, when it comes to IFAKs and medical on a belt line, this is the way to go. You want quick access with either hand. You don't want to have to pull down. You want to be able to pull left, right, up, down, whatever. And with the way that this is actually set up on your belt, once you unclasp this quasm buckle, you are able to access it in any manner you need to. You just simply unpop it and grab it from wherever and pull. And that is exactly how it works. It's set up as a clamshell style, which gives you easy access to any medical. One of the reasons that so many people, myself included, prefer this IFAK is because you set it up to your needs. And one of the biggest things through my whole entire setup is modularity, customization, and also comfort. This provides great back support if you have to sit in a car all day. I mean, in all reality, and it has a form factor to where it doesn't cause a lot of stress on your lower back. You can fill it full of anything you need. In here, I've got chest seals, I've got emergency bandages, I've got compression gauze, I've got quick clock gauze. I got a wonderful nose tube, because sometimes these things got to be used. When it comes down to the actual way I set my mags up, I do something that's a little atypical in comparison to most folks. Some people will run multiple pouches, that's for sure. I run mine staggered in a way where one is dropped just a little bit. I put it on a Guardian Warrior Solutions bang hanger, which allows me to drop it a little bit further, so that first mag, when I reach back, I can grab it, and I automatically know if it's a little higher, I can grab the second one. So I also have the Dynamic Principles Cantable pistol pouches. These are the perfect form factor. They can fit close, snug by side, you can space them out. I run them on the adapt clips just as well, and I actually talked to Dan Pod specifically about how to set these up. Dynamic Principles is great about keeping communication with their end users, and they love to have some feedback, so y'all definitely go check them out. But they run tandem with these, and it allows me to have a system that I can carry the mags I need in the format that I need in the way that best works for me. And when it comes down to your belt, remember, it has to be what works for you, not works for somebody else. Moving on to some of the other things that I have attached. Here, I actually have a Shaw Concepts sidekick. I have that to make sure that things don't move or shift as I'm running, as I'm doing different maneuvers out here on the range. Once you put motion into things, things can get kind of cattywampus a little sideways. And once again, the more you can mitigate that, the better. I've actually replaced the leg strap on the sidekick with a Wilder Tactical Cobra strap. I run it on both sides of my belt, and it creates a stabilized system throughout the whole entire core of the belt itself. In addition to those, one thing that is extraordinarily important at all times when you're out on the range is ear protection. But having a place to mount it and set it when you're not in use besides the top of your head, because sometimes it gets hot and those things get sweaty. I run utility clips on both sides of my belt at roughly the 1 o'clock position and the 11 o'clock position. You'll see here that I have a 100 Concepts chem light rig. It keeps them all night under retention, and if I need one, I can just grab one of the straps that comes with it, pull it off. So if we're out on the range and I need to light where I'm standing, or if I'm walking into a shoot house and I need to light up a room real quick and don't want to actually throw off my my rifle or use my gun and I don't have nods, I can drop a chem light, or if I'm just tracing my way through the trail. The guy behind the camera that you don't know, we've been on a night walk or two together, and being able to mark different markers at this point we've realized are extraordinarily important when there's a log in the middle of the trail and you don't want everybody walking or falling all over it. Moving to the other side of the belt, on this side, once again, we have the same utility clip, but coming off of that, you always want to have a great pair of gloves at access whenever. You never know when you might have to put your hands in something dirty, or you might have to touch your can, which you can tell I've touched my can probably way more than I should with these gloves. Got paint on them, whatever. I'm a big fan of Victos and what they do. Their gloves are some of the best on the market. These specifically are their war-torn gloves. Something on here that I carry that a lot of people I haven't seen running, I actually run what's called a spud pouch. It's got a microfiber cloth that's attached to it. It's great for cleaning your optics if you need to, or wiping off your glasses because you're blind as a bat and you can't see anything without them. Gunpowder creates a lot of dust, carb, everything, and it gets all over everything, even your hands. But having this little thing, it doesn't take up any space really, it doesn't weigh anything, and it's just a great little extra tool to have. In addition to retention in a lot of other ways, besides your magazines, you gotta have a place to put them. A lot of people throw them on the ground. I prefer to throw mine into my dump pouch. Mine's made by Flatline Fiberco. Their dump pouches are all berry compliant. They've got a lot of extra features. I run inside mine a little notebook carrier. It's for my Right in the Rain. But inside, they've got places for you to store magazines, water bottles, all kinds of stuff. It folds up great, but the biggest reason I run a Flatline Fiberco is it actually mounts underneath a lot of your other retention solutions. So I mount mine directly underneath my main magazines, and it keeps it out of the way, and it gives me more belt space. So the last thing I'm gonna come to is something that a lot of people don't run on their belt. They'll typically throw it on their plate carrier, in their chest rig, maybe if they're carrying a backpack. But you might not always be running those things with your belt. You might just be running a pistol day and not want to carry all that other stuff. So I actually run a Spiritus Systems Nalgene pouch on my actual battle belt itself. Inside it, I run a Hydro Flask, and a lot of people prefer to run Nalgenes. I run a Hydro Flask with a circle because I'm a girl, I like flavored water. It is what it is. As you can see, it's important to have a battle belt that not only works for you, but works with you. It needs to be comfortable, it needs to be modular, and it needs to move with your body. And it needs to carry the solutions that you feel are important for the task that you are trying to accomplish. Everybody's needs are different, and don't try to make your battle belt be like somebody else's. It's only just for you. So put in the time. Get out on the range, move in it, train in it, get it dirty. Make sure you test every single thing that you use, just like we're testing what we use here. There's been a lot of great people and a lot of amazing things that have went into putting this together for y'all to be able to enjoy, and there's a whole lot more coming down the pipeline. So as I said, thank you for joining us here at Gear Snobs Anonymous for our first episode, and there's much grander and greater to come. Stay tuned. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, and keep checking in to see what we got going on. Thank you for being here, and have a great evening. I'll let y'all later. Be easy, my friends.